Today, we're starting something a little different from the way we normally structure episodes on the show. Usually, when we sit down to research a case, we're telling a single story from beginning to end in one episode. But this one just doesn't fit that format. The deeper we got into research, the more obvious it became that if we tried to rush through it in one sitting, we'd end up skipping over the very things that make the story so important to understand. Because the case we're starting today isn't just about a single crime. It's about a timeline that stretches across decades. The name at the center of the story is Joseph Edward Duncan III. Now, a lot of listeners will probably recognize that name right away because in 2005, the crimes connected to Duncan exploded into national headlines. News stations across the country were covering it. The story involved a brutal attack on a family in northern Idaho, missing children, and a manhunt that eventually ended in Coeur d'Alene. For weeks, it seemed like you couldn't turn on a television without seeing updates about the case. But here's the thing that kept standing out while researching this. By the time the public first heard the name Joseph Edward Duncan in 2005, he wasn't some unknown person who had suddenly committed a horrific crime out of nowhere. He had already been in the system. He had already been arrested. He had already been convicted. He had already spent years in prison. In other words, the man whose name would eventually be tied to one of the most disturbing crimes in Idaho history was someone law enforcement had encountered long before that story ever reached the news. Now, when you start tracing that history back, you begin to see something that is honestly difficult to ignore. There were warning signs early in his life. There were violent crimes committed years before the attack most people remember. There were evaluations, prison sentences, and multiple points where the system had the opportunity to take a hard look at exactly what kind of threat this man represented. That's why this story is being told the way it is. Because if you start the story in 2005, you miss the part that might matter the most. You miss the decades that came before it. And when you step back and look at the full timeline of Joseph Edward Duncan's life, the question that keeps coming up isn't just how these crimes happened. It's how many opportunities existed to stop them. And that's where this story begins.
Love true crime in the Pacific Northwest? Visit shadowsinthepines.com. You'll find direct links to all our social media, streaming platforms, and every place you can listen. Stay connected and step deeper into the stories. Enjoying the show? Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share Shadows in the Pines. Sharing helps us grow and continue bringing you powerful true crime stories from across the Pacific Northwest. Your support truly makes this possible. Before we begin, please note that this episode may contain strong language and discussions of violence, sexual assault, and crimes involving children. Listener discretion is advised. If you're not in the right frame of mind, we encourage you to pause and return when you're ready. Please take care of yourself.
July 2nd, 2005. It's late morning at a Denny's restaurant in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. For the staff working that day, it feels like any other summer shift. Families are coming in for breakfast. Travelers are stopping along Interstate 90. The dining room carries the usual noise of plates, coffee cups, and quiet conversation. But one of the waitresses notices something that doesn't sit right. At one of the booths, a man is sitting with a young girl. The girl looks small, quiet, almost withdrawn. The waitress studies her for a moment longer. For weeks, the news has been filled with one story. A brutal crime that happened just outside Coeur d'Alene. A family attacked in their home. Multiple people murdered. 2 children taken. The waitress has seen the photographs on television again and again. And suddenly, something about the girl at the booth looks painfully familiar. She looks again. Then it hits her. The child sitting in that restaurant looks exactly like the little girl who has been missing for weeks. Her name is Shasta Groene. The waitress doesn't confront the man. She doesn't say anything that might draw attention. Instead, she steps away and contacts police. Officers arrive quickly. Inside the restaurant, they approach the booth. The man sitting across from the girl is Joseph Edward Duncan III. The child beside him is 8-year-old Shasta Groene. She has been missing for 48 days. Duncan is taken into custody inside the restaurant. What police are about to uncover will shock investigators across the country because the crimes that led to the moment didn't begin in Idaho. They began decades earlier. I'm Becca.
And this is Dan.
And you're listening to Shadows in the Pines.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show, and there's no more snow.
Thank God.
I'm tired. There's a little bit.
Well, yeah, there's some on the roof.
That shit's melting.
Yeah.
And that means spring.
Yes.
Spring is next week.
Oh, my God.
According to the calendar.
You know how a calendar works?
I recently watched some YouTube.
That's awesome.
I like that the overarching theme of this show is my inability to work a calendar. It's really carried.
It has.
From one episode to another.
Yeah. I can't believe that. But yeah, daffodils, tulips, they're all pushing forward.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so nice. So nice.
Yes.
That was quite the introduction to the show today.
Yeah. I fully remember all of this going on. I was pregnant with my third child at the time.
Yeah. I remember this too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing. But
yeah.
I wasn't anywhere in the Pacific Northwest. I think I was in Colorado in 2000. Yeah, I was in Colorado still.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I was working in Coeur d'Alene.
But yeah, it was huge news. Huge news.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, we gave you a little bit of a different opening again.
Mm-hmm.
Explaining that this is going to be done in multiple parts. Whether it's 3 or 4 remains to be seen. I believe it's going to be 4, though.
There's a lot.
I think it has to be at least 4.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Just like Picton.
Yeah.
There's just way too much.
Yeah, because like you said, you research, you uncover, you discover, and you want to share. Sometimes there's just too much to get into 90 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And we don't always, you don't want to overwhelm those who are listening. That's for sure.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 100% correct. We don't want to overwhelm anybody.
Yeah, no.
And in spirit of that, let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Which is my seemingly inability to get through an episode without dropping the F-bomb 142 times. All right. We talked about this a little bit on Patreon.
Oh, we did.
But our main listeners,
mm-hmm.
not all of them subscribe to the Patreon, so they haven't heard that episode. So we'll revisit it. In that, my lovely co-host, brother-in-law.
Yes.
He called you.
He did. He called
to
me.
inform you that your co-host, which is myself,
mm-hmm.
said fuck
142
times
in one episode.
In one episode during the William Pickford thing. And I mean, look.
It happens.
We're telling tales about true crime.
Yeah.
You're sitting in that. So I feel like the frequent use of the word fuck maybe doesn't bother the listeners as much as I think it does.
Right.
But then again, maybe it does. I don't know, because we have a predominantly older female audience.
That's true.
Because I mean,
yeah.
I think once you reach a certain age in your feminine
It's
journey,
just a word. It doesn't.
true crime just it
It
becomes a
fascinates.
part of your bloodstream.
I think so.
I mean, do you guys get like flyers in the mail with samples of Tide? Like, hey, check out this killer, this documentary. But anyways, I will try to not say fuck
As often?
as often as I do. But
No.
just as a little
guarantee.
caveat, like we're passionate about this show.
Yeah.
And we're passionate about the people we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I was damn sure passionate about the fact that 49 different indigenous women
Yeah.
went missing on that farm.
Yeah.
And,
That's not
and
good.
met,
They're
very barbaric and brutal ends. So, I mean, I get worked up.
Yeah.
And I've had to, by the time we're airing this, I've sat in this shit all week.
Yeah.
All goddamn week with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I apologize if it offends you, but fuck.
Also be forewarned. Yeah. I got a free
Yeah.
license here.
Listen, we're all adults,
We are.
and I do have the explicit language marker turned on for the episode. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're going in blind.
No,
So,
not at all.
I
Like we
mean,
warn you, we pre-warn
yeah.
you. Yeah.
But I do get what your brother-in-law is saying.
Yeah.
It's some people just want the story.
Right.
And they don't need the colorful language included. So I'll do what I can, but I'm making no promises.
No.
I will consciously try to tone it down. And that's the very best I can offer.
There you go. There you go.
Now, one more bit of news
Mhm.
before we dive into this shithead and this tragic story.
Yeah.
For sci-fi fans. Because I'm sure there are a fair amount. I think true crime and sci-fi kind of go hand in hand.
You know what I think they do.
I think they do. So, good news. If you haven't heard yet, Firefly is coming back.
Oh my God.
Yes.
If
From
you
what I
can't-
understand, it's going to be a 14-episode series on Disney Hulu, I believe. I think Disney is the one that bought it. But here's a awesome little tidbit.
I'm listening.
The two showrunners for this new Firefly are well known showrunners for other shows. And they actually got married after they met on the set of Firefly. Or Serenity, excuse me.
Oh, Serenity. Oh.
They worked on Serenity and met, fell in love, and got married. And now they're the husband-wife showrunners of the brand new reboot of the show. That's fucking awesome, I think.
I love this. Oh my, that show like broke my heart when it wasn't on anymore.
I think it broke a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah, I didn't like how abruptly it ended.
Nathan Fillion is just
He's a
fucking
badass.
American gem.
Oh no, he's Canadian.
Well, fuck.
He's Canadian, eh? Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't see him when he was like
Fuck their bud. I didn't know that there guy.
he was Captain Canada.
Captain Canada. Okay. Holy shit. Is he really Canadian?
is
How did I not
Canadian.
know that?
I don't know. I can't
Oh,
believe
man.
that I knew that and you didn't. I'm surprised. Did you like my little accent that I threw in there?
Yeah. Hey.
We go across the border.
There's
eh?
a moose in my hoose.
Yeah, yoser.
You fucking hoser. Oh man, is this show still about true crime?
But we had to get out this laughter before we
I'm
go
telling
into
you,
something
we
serious.
gotta start a new show called Talking Shit About Shit. Just sit here and rip on current events. Fucking stupid movies.
Current event. Oh my God.
Hey, who remembers the 1980s classic Caveman? With fucking Ringo Starr. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, we
All right.
digressed.
All right.
Well, yeah, it's like shaking our sillies out, right?
Yeah. Let's fucking, you do this to us every time.
I do this. What are you gonna do? Put a screen in between so we can't
100%.
see
Yeah, I'm gonna
each other.
separate you like Robin Quivers from Howard Stern. You're a troublemaker.
I'm gonna be in a whole nother room, my own personal booth. Up to no good. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
All right.
Yes. So.
Let us begin.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you mentioned, we're talking about Joseph Edward Duncan III.
Mm-hmm.
But really, we're not.
No.
No. He's the shithead of the story.
Correct.
But mostly, we're going to talk about, because spoiler alert, Shasta survives.
Yeah.
This horrible fucking ordeal.
Oh, God.
Miraculously.
Mm-hmm.
And because none of the rest of her fucking family does.
No.
But this 4-part story is about her.
Yeah.
And what she endured. And, I mean,
It's brutal.
it's not good.
No.
It's not good.
Mm-mm.
So, again, trigger warnings. This episode contains violence against children.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of violence against children.
Yeah.
Barbaric violence against children. So, if it's nobody's thing. But if you're not ready to hear this,
Right.
don't, like we say in the little advertisement that's new in the beginning, don't fucking listen to it right now. Don't.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Like, we don't, we appreciate the sport,
Mm-hmm.
but your mental health will always matter more to us than this show.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
don't put yourself in any position where hearing this triggers you or makes you feel any kind of way that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
That being said, Joseph Edward Duncan III was born on February 25th, 1963 in Tacoma, Washington. And at the time of his birth, his family appeared to fit a familiar pattern for many American households connected to the military. Because Duncan's father, Joseph Edward Duncan Jr., served in the United States Army.
Okay.
Now, military service meant that the family's life was structured around assignments and relocations, because that's military life.
Mm-hmm.
It's discipline, and you don't know fucking... Those kids move around a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And it depends on where their parents,
Get
mom
stationed.
and or dad, get stationed.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's hard.
I don't think people have studied that enough, like the effects of constant relocation on
Right.
children.
Yeah, it can't be good.
Because they never have a friend group for very long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know.
And you wouldn't learn how to keep and make friends because you're always having to
Yeah,
be the new kid.
exactly. And that's never a good fucking feeling.
Mm-mm.
Even if you're fucking like, confident with yourself and everything and you make friends easy, still being a new kid, you don't know what to fucking expect.
No.
And
no.
military kids, that's like their entire childhood. So, like we said, for children that grow up in that kind of environment, it brings a unique kind of instability. Because, like you just pointed out, you have to leave behind schools and friends and familiar surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And new communities have to be navigated over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's exceptions to the rule. Some kids, they look at it as an adventure. And they're all about, like, the change.
Mm-hmm.
But for others, it can make it difficult to develop the kind of stability that helps shape early childhood. And like I said, I don't think this is studied nearly enough.
No.
I mean, this is ripe for a paper.
Absolutely. Just imagine
in the scientific
anxiety.
journal, Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So, in In Duncan's case, investigators later concluded that the instability in his life was not limited to frequent moves. So it wasn't just that.
Okay. So there's a little more.
Yeah, because inside the home, the relationship between his parents was deteriorating.
Oh.
His mother, Lillian May Duncan, was often described in later accounts as a dominating presence within the household. And here we go with the fucking overbearing mother.
Right.
And over time, the marriage between Duncan's parents became increasingly strained, and by the late 1970s, the family structure that had defined his childhood was kind of beginning to fall apart. And in 1979, when he was 16 years old, his parents separated, and then they got divorced 4 years later in 83.
Okay, so he's 19 at the time.
Yes.
Older, okay.
So by the time these events play out, Duncan is already moving into late adolescence, and there are definitely early signs that his life is beginning to take a troubling direction. And like you said in the cold open, it's fucking... Oh.
Don't censor yourself.
Beep. It's downright frustrating how many times they could have stopped this guy and just didn't. Now, there are times when it's, you know, kind of out of their control and understandable, but other times it's like, well, what are you doing?
Right. Why did you let him go? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that we live in a day and age where we're starting to see some actual changes to these laws.
Yes.
Because for a long time, child predators were kind of protected. They were getting slaps on the wrist and treatment and being, you know, psychiatrists are being like, oh, it's not their fault. That, you know, they were abused themselves. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
I mean, just
unless
saying.
you're doing algebra, but you know.
So, yeah, so basically he's a shithead from the get. And during his teenage years, he began attracting the attention of juvenile authorities. Records that period indicate that behavioral problems and early criminal activity had already started to appear. These were not yet the kinds of crimes that would later make his name nationally known, but they represented the first clear warning signs that something in this dude's life is going very, very fucking wrong. Oh, shit. You know what? I don't care.
Don't.
You know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try.
No.
I'm not even going to try.
No.
That's how long I'd made it. What was it, like 10 minutes? It wasn't even 10 minutes.
You tried. You caught yourself
Damn.
a couple times.
So, the investigators who would later kind of reconstruct Duncan's life after the events in Idaho, these early years we're talking about become really important context. Because, you know, the violence he displayed in 2005 with this family is... It didn't appear suddenly. It's something that develops over time. Yeah. And the first moment when that pattern becomes unmistakable happens in 1980.
Whoa.
Yeah. Early, right?
That's very early.
Because remember, in 1979, he was 16 years old. This is 1 year later, so he's 17. And here we go.
And that would be why he would have a juvenile record, because he wasn't 18 yet.
Right. And I should point out, too, there is so much about this dude's background. But I don't give a shit, because we're not talking about him. He's not, like, he's in the story.
But he's not the star.
Yeah, like, I don't give a good goddamn, like, what school he went to, what his parents did for work. None, it's all there, but I was like, no, I don't care.
No.
I was like, you get minimal... I'm telling what I need to tell about this guy,
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're moving into Shasta.
Good.
So
Good.
that just in case anybody's wondering, like, oh, well, they usually do such a thorough biography and background. Like, yes, I do. It takes me a long time, but this guy doesn't deserve it.
No, he does not.
He does not.
Mm-mm.
And none of it, I am giving you the relevant pieces that matter to the case.
Exactly.
Whereas, like, William Picton's, all that stuff
Led up to
him
who
being
he-
dirty in school, like
Yeah.
the school, the area, the kids, like all that
You
mattered
needed
to
to-
that
yeah.
story.
because that's
Right.
what built him up. to-
Yes.
Yeah.
And we also couldn't give biographies to 49 women. We just couldn't.
No.
We did the 6 that he got charged with and convicted for,
Yeah.
and then a couple extra ones
hmm
that never got prosecuted. But
I know.
so anyway, that just to say that this guy doesn't deserve
He doesn't
a
deserve.
spotlight. We're not
No.
spotlighting this monster any more than we have to.
Agreed.
So 17 years old.
hmm
And up to that point, you know, the warning signs in his life kind of largely staying within the boundaries of juvenile trouble.
Mm.
You know, behavior issues, contact with the authorities, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the kind of early red flags that sometimes show up in unstable environments, I guess.
Right.
But once he reaches adulthood, these problems cross a line into something way more serious. Because in January of that year, Duncan encountered a 9-year-old boy in the Seattle area.
Mm.
Now, the child's identity has never been widely released public, which is standard because it's a minor who has, you know, I'll just say it, has survived sexual violence. So protecting the victim's identity is something that is quite, I mean, it's been standard for a long time.
Yes.
It's not something new.
No.
Plus, it doesn't matter what his name is.
Mm-mm.
Well, I shouldn't say it like that. It absolutely matters what his name is.
But
It absolutely matters what happened to him.
yes.
But it was so long ago, and it's a piece of the story, but not central to it.
Right.
And
And his
if-
privacy matters more.
And honestly, if I spent time giving everything in this guy's early life extended treatment, like, it'd be 2 episodes of his beginning. Easily, there's that much.
Yikes.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, he encounters this 9-year-old boy. And investigators are able to determine later that Duncan approached the boy while he was armed with a gun. So basically, he walks up on this kid holding a gun, and he's like, "Get in my fucking car."
Dear
So
God.
he forces this young child into a vehicle and drives away from the location.
Mm.
And, you know, that's never good.
No.
Now he's in this fucking monster's environment,
Yeah.
and he's away from anywhere that would have been
Safe.
and recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during this time, he, of course, sexually assaults this poor boy. This boy does survive.
Thank God.
And, you know, as horrifying as that is, when a victim survives, it gives investigators something they rarely get, which is a witness who
Yeah.
can describe what happened.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
obviously, like, no one's going to ignore this. And they, you know, immediately they're like, okay, fucking Joseph Edward Duncan is our primary suspect. And he's arrested shortly afterward. And
Good.
this is the first time, and I put emphasis on first.
First. Yeah.
This is the first time in his life he's facing adult criminal charges for a violent crime against a child.
That just makes me want to barf.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got a bucket there.
Yeah, thanks. Good Lord.
So it kind of was a slow process to prosecuting this dude, and it took about a year. And in 1981, he was convicted, and he was sentenced to 20 years in Washington State Prison for his first offense, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because that usually almost never happens.
No.
I mean, that almost never happens.
No. Yeah.
So, at barely 19 years old, he goes into the Washington prison system.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, the prison system, or the criminal justice system rather, has an opportunity to evaluate someone who has already shown himself capable of extreme violence.
So he could be like a case study for them.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Now, when he gets there, this dude's barely out of his fucking teens.
Yeah.
Like, he's a young kid, and he just got 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
For sexually assaulting a
9-year-old.
fucking 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, on paper, at least, it would appear that that sentence would keep him in his fucking cell for the next fucking 20 years.
Yeah, I would
know what
assume.
I mean? And
I guessed wrong, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. So, whenever someone enters prison after committing a violent sexual offense, the intake process involves more than simply assigning a cell.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I had no idea about this. This is super fascinating to me. Corrections officials conduct a series of evaluations meant to classify the inmate and determine where they fit within the system. So I had to look this up. And this classification system exists in every state. And it's how they determine, they assign points. And it's like, okay, was the crime violent? Yes. You get this many points. Do you have a prior history? Yes. Okay, it's this many points for each felony, this many points for each misdemeanor. And the more points you get, the higher your level of security is. So if you have like a crap ton of points, you're in maximum security.
Oh, so that's how
right. But if you're a first-time offender, there's like weird caveats where it makes it like you can have 20 years but be minimum security because you're just not really a threat to anybody.
Based on what the evaluation is.
Right.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not going to be for this fucking dude. I'm just saying that, like, so people understand what this classification system is. Because I had no idea when I read it. I was like, what
do you mean?
What do you mean? Like,
well, thank you for explaining it because I wouldn't have known.
So yeah, they try to see where he's going to fit within the system. And they kind of review the details of the crime, the background, and they do a bunch of psychological assessments designed to measure things like impulse control, aggression, and the likelihood of reoffending. Okay,
well, that makes sense.
All solid things you're going to want to know.
Yeah.
Right? And those matter too, because eventually that system's going to have to decide whether this monster can safely return to society.
Oh, like when you go up.
Right, because he got 20 years, but he still has the possibility of parole, which is a thing. And I'm not sure how they determine like how much of the time you have to do, but so
interesting.
Right. And then of course inside prison populations, these fucking weirdos that are convicted of offenses against children are very often viewed differently by other inmates, and it's not favorably.
No.
I'm gonna just like, I wrote down in many, but I'm gonna say I would venture to guess in almost every prison, they face hostility and violence from other prisoners.
I don't doubt it. Because you did something to a child.
Yeah. I mean, they're targets. They're targets. Let's call it what it is. Like, they are 100% targeted by the other inmates.
Yeah.
Because that's just one thing you don't do. Leave
the kids alone. Yeah.
You know, why don't you go out in the woods and fucking box Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or a tree.
Or join a boxing club and go hit somebody there with gloves. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then when you're on
Do
the
it legal.
mat, because someone bigger than you fucking knocks your fucking punk ass down, then you can see how it feels.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm full of good ideas.
I like it.
Including the pit. The pay-per-view pedophile pit. Did we talk about that on Patreon?
No.
Or was that in the last episode?
I don't recall, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I'm saying, like, we should take all these pedophiles out of the prison system. Number one, it's going to free up some bed space.
Yeah.
So that's good there.
Oh,
you know
it was
what I mean?
Patreon, because we decided we should put him on an island.
Yes, and we put them on
yes.
an island, and we make them fight each other to the death till there's one left standing. And then he, of course, is going to think that he won, and then, like, we just shoot him in the fucking face.
Be like, you didn't win, but you won.
And you put cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and you put that shit on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You charge a subscription, and people would pay it. I'd join that shit.
Right.
To watch, like, pedophiles, like, try to out-wily one another.
I hope they don't have a host.
A bunch of them
that.
are fat weirdos, so, half of them would be eliminated immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, so, but anyways.
We digress again.
I think if you hit a woman, you should have to fight a gorilla.
You should fight a gorilla.
In the confines of a bus. So there's nowhere to go.
Public transportation bus or a school bus?
No, short bus.
Ooh. So now
that little yellow fucker.
I would pay money to see that. Here's my $10.
Oh, man. That's good shit. I'm saying it would work. You'd watch it.
Yeah, let me get my popcorn.
Yeah. So, anyways, like life inside prison is not good for this guy.
No.
Which is appropriate.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
And
it
it's
shouldn't
just
be good.
one of the realities of prison culture that I just feel like it rarely gets discussed publicly.
Yeah.
But it definitely plays a role in how inmates like this dude are supervised during their sentences. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, life inside prison during the early 1980s, I read, followed a very strict routine. And I think that's probably true at present day, too.
Right, right.
But the days were structured around scheduled meals, work assignments, recreation periods, and controlled movement throughout the facility. Inmates were allowed to work in kitchens, on maintenance crews, laundry services, or other institutional jobs that keep prisons functioning day to day. Mm-hmm. So basically, they're like their own labor force.
Yeah.
Like they're washing the other inmates' sheets and shit. And cooking the meals.
Yeah.
How'd you like that? Having Stabby Joe making your pancakes?
I'd be afraid there'd be ground up glass in there.
Right. Can I get mine with less murder, please? But beyond that, they were also allowed to participate in educational programs and vocational training designed to provide skills that could theoretically help them once they're released.
Be a contributing member to society.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, for someone who has to serve a long sentence, those routines repeat year after year. And, of course, the outside world continues to change while inside the prison, it like, I'm sure time is kind of standing still.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah. So, correctional records track behavior, disciplinary violations, participation in programs, and interactions with other prisoners. And those assessments become part of the institutional history that follows an inmate through their entire sentence. So, all of that information eventually becomes relevant when the question of release approaches.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I know it seems weird that I'm talking so much about like prison life, but I want you and the listeners to have an understanding of the things that were available that could make him look good and to like a parole board.
Right.
Like, he's doing all the things.
Yeah.
He's in the classes. He's got a job. He's not making waves.
Right.
So
Right.
now, because every prison sentence moves toward a point where the system has to decide what happens next, you know, does the offender remain incarcerated for the full length of the sentence? Are they eligible for release earlier under supervision, you know, or no supervision? And after serving roughly 14 years of his sentence, Duncan was released from prison in the mid-1990s. So that's
6 years shy of his 20.
That's actually a pretty good chunk, I think.
Yeah, that is a good
I
chunk.
think that's, what would that be? That's just shy of 2/3 or 3/4. Fuck, I can't work fractions either.
Don't look at me. If I can't find a calculator.
15, yeah, it'd be just shy of 3/4 of a sentence. Because 15 years out of 20 would be 3/4. Going by fives, right? The math checks out.
Okay.
I can do fives. I play my cribbage.
I just make other people add things up for me.
So, yeah, he gets out after roughly 14 years. Now, on paper, the system, of course, has done what it's supposed to do. The violent offender had been identified, prosecuted, sentenced, incarcerated for more than a decade. And during that time, he'd been evaluated by corrections officials and supervised inside a controlled environment. So eventually, just like many of them, he reaches a point where the system determined he could be released. But one of the most uncomfortable truths about cases like this is that prison sentences don't necessarily change the underlying behavior that led someone there in the first place.
No.
If anything, it compounds it.
Yeah. Because all they have to do is play nice, play by the rules.
Right.
Don't let that part of yourself be shown. And you can walk through those doors.
Right. So they're like, yeah, we've decided that it'd be a good idea for us to let him go. It's been long enough. He seems to be doing good.
Right.
Let's fucking kick him out.
Let's go. He's earned his gold star.
And when he returned to society, the pattern that had brought him into prison the first time resurfaced almost immediately. Because not long after his release, Duncan sexually abuses another young boy in Washington State.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Good Lord.
So, you know, it's a pattern investigators have already seen. Once again, the victim's a child. Once again, Duncan had used manipulation and control to isolate the kid and commit assault. And once again, law enforcement becomes involved. And he's arrested for the crime and returned to prison. So basically, he's like, oh, okay, you're letting me go? Sweet. Then I'll go rape a kid. And then he goes right back.
We're back into a prison, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not even going to say how long it was because it'll fucking just disgust you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was less than 90 days.
What?
Yeah, less than 90 fucking days.
Excuse me.
And this is why I swear. This is why I say fuck in this podcast. Because, like, if you're not angry listening to that.
Right?
Like, he wasn't out 90 days and he assaulted another child.
And then they're just like, here, we'll just put you in.
Yep, good call, Washington.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm rolling my eyes.
No, he didn't get 90 days for the reassault. I'm saying he was out of prison for less than 90 days before he reoffended.
It's sick.
Yeah.
And it's sickening.
Yep. So, I mean,
I just can't.
Yeah.
As a parent, I'm like, what?
Yeah. So obviously at this point, the pattern is unmistakable.
Yeah.
It's no longer a single violent offense committed by a young man who might have been capable of rehabilitation. The behavior repeats itself after more than a decade of incarceration. And the target remained exactly the same. Children.
Mm.
And cases like this are one of the most troubling situations the criminal justice system faces. Because when you commit a violent crime and serve a long sentence and then commit a similar offense shortly after the release, it really raises difficult questions about how risk is assessed and how supervision is handled.
Mm.
So, remember my telling you about classification and points?
Yeah.
Maybe not the best way to fucking decide how these guys are supervised and housed, right?
No. something is broken.
Right. Let's take a look at the crime. Like, oh, you touched on a kid,
Mm-hmm.
maximum security, no parole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then when you leave, like,
You're going to be castrated.
right. Good luck touching anybody without hands or a dick. But anyways, but yeah, and this guy's not fucking done. Now, after serving additional time,
mm-hmm.
he's eventually going to face federal charges connected to yet another assault involving a child.
Third one.
Yep.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Now, this is a case that moves it out of state court and into federal court.
Oh.
Yes. Because the next case takes place hundreds of miles away from Washington.
Really?
Yep.
Hundreds?
No. No. I don't know why I stuck that in there. That's wrong.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I mistyped my own fucking notes.
Whoops.
Ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, by the summer of 1996, Joseph Edward Duncan had already established a disturbing pattern. He had committed a violent sexual crime against a child, served years in prison, been released, and then committed another similar offense shortly afterward. But in July of that year, 1996,
mm-hmm.
we're 2 years fresh out of high school.
Mm.
We can't even drink legally yet still.
Mm. July of 96?
No, we'd be 20 at best.
Yeah, we need one more year.
Yep, 97 is when we turned 21.
Yeah, legally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's 1996.
Mm-hmm.
This dude has an alarming pattern.
Yeah.
And in July of that year, investigators would learn that his violence escalated far beyond what anyone had previously seen.
Mm.
Because on July 4th, 1996, 3 members of a family were killed inside their home in King County, Washington.
Shut the front door.
The victims were Carmen Cubias, who was 32 years old, her partner Conrado Salazar, who was 30, and Conrado's 10-year-old son, Anthony Martinez.
Oh my God.
Carmen was a young mother living in the Seattle area and working to build a stable life for her family, and people who knew her later described someone who was deeply devoted to the children in her life and committed to creating a home where they could feel safe.
Mm.
Now, she was Anthony's stepmother.
Okay.
Conrado Salazar, Anthony's father, was 30 years old, and he and Carmen were building a life together, raising a family, and living in what they believed was the security of their own home.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Martinez was 10 years old. 10.
Mm. Barely into double digits. And
Right. Now, investigators later determined that Duncan broke into the residence and attacked the family. And Carmen and Conrado were murdered inside the home. And Anthony Martinez was taken. Now, when law enforcement arrived at the scene, of course, it immediately escalates into, where the fuck is this kid?
Right.
And, they're kind of hoping the boy, Anthony, somehow managed to escape the violence that has befallen his parents.
Right. Like maybe he was able to run away before
Right.
being detected. Oh.
But sadly, that's not what happened.
Hmm.
Because Anthony was later found dead in a wooded area.
Good Lord.
Yes. And he was also sexually assaulted.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Now, of course it was investigated.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, the responsible party was not immediately identified.
Well, no, because there's no survivors.
Right. So it remained unsolved. And it wasn't until much, much later, about 10 years later, that they finally figured out that Duncan was the one that did that. Because after he gets arrested, he confesses to it.
I don't know if that's a good thing that he confessed to it or if it's a bad thing. Like,
Right.
I think it's a good thing so that they know that that's the person that they can point the finger at.
Yeah.
But at the same time, was he like bragging about it?
Right.
It turns my stomach even more.
So it's clearly escalating.
Yeah.
It's gone from assault to murder.
Yeah.
So.
Kill the parents, take the kid,
Mm-hmm.
assault the kid, then kill the kid.
Yeah.
And that was in 96.
And he doesn't get caught for that.
No.
So.
Damn. Damn.
So later in 1997, Duncan is in Minnesota. And while there, he encounters a 10-year-old boy at a playground. Which, of course, is where they naturally feel safe.
Right.
And also, unfortunately, is where pedos go because it creates opportunities for snatching up vulnerable victims.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So investigators later determined that Duncan used a friendly approach to gain the child's trust, because that's what they fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
And once the boy was separated, obviously it escalates into a far more serious crime. Law enforcement does eventually identify Duncan as a suspect, and he's arrested. Now, because of the nature of the offense and the circumstances surrounding it, the case is going to be handled in federal court rather than state court. Yeah.
Because they were looking at what his prior offenses were from Washington State, or is this just how Minnesota?
I couldn't find.
I'm curious. Sorry.
Well, let's just gloss over that.
No worries. No worries.
I have the answer, but you don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. There's a reason that I say that I'm leaving what happens to this kid out completely. And I'm just saying.
Better off.
It moves into a federal thing from state, which means it's bad.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
This one especially. And so, long story short, he's sentenced to federal prison this time.
Good.
And now the feds have a hold of him. So, but the years that follow just become another kind of long record of evaluations. And warnings and decisions that marked his life before 2005. Now, excuse me. Now, once he enters federal prison in 1997, the system again has had an extended opportunity to evaluate this idiot. And this is one of the themes that keeps coming up over and over in his timeline. It wasn't like, it's not as if nobody had contact with him. It's not as if he's completely unknown to law enforcement or corrections officials. You know what I mean? By this time, he has a lengthy criminal record.
Yeah, he's got history.
Yeah, multiple convictions and very like a outstandingly clear pattern of crimes against children.
Right. So how has he continued to be let go?
Right.
That's what doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there must be people in the legal world going, we know.
Yeah.
We know this sucks and we want it to change. Well.
Yeah. So he gets classified again with a little bit more strenuous psychological assessments.
Oh.
Yeah. And, of course, previous incarceration has not stopped this behavior.
Mm-mm.
And each time he gets released, the pattern eventually returns. So during his time in federal prison, this guy has decided he wants to write some shit down.
Oh, I remember hearing about this.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about one part, and then in part, I believe it's either in part 2 or part 3, we're really going to get into that. Because it's fucking crazy. It is next level fucking insane, that shit. Have you read it? It's fucking crazy.
I don't think I could have ever read it.
I'll read some on air.
Okay.
When it comes to that time.
Yes.
Because,
when...
oh my stars. Like, oh my lands.
Right. No,
it is just next level insane.
Yeah. No.
So, yeah, he fancies himself a writer.
Yeah.
But, it's a good thing he does it because it enables investigators and prosecutors to kind of, it gives them a little bit of an insight into his mindset during this period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what makes these writings so disturbing was that they suggested imprisonment had not changed the underlying fixations driving his behavior. So he is hyper aware of his own misgivings, cravings.
Yeah. Like he knows there's something.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word broken.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's broken already.
Well, yeah, definitely. But if he can sit there with his own thoughts and realizing, like, this is shit.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm trying to say without saying it.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit ahead because we know what the fifth nail bullshit is. Mm-hmm. This fucking manifesto of his. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that later. But this particular writing that we're discussing is a letter he wrote to his mother. He didn't mail it.
No.
And weirdly enough, he had it on him when he gets arrested. Not this time, but in the future. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He attempts to frame the violence he committed as something that had been shaped and even encouraged by the world around him, which is fucking laughable. And at one point in the letter, he writes, "I have once again become a medium of violence in this world." Right? He went on to describe himself as someone who had been afflicted by what he called an evil demon. Oh. But in the same breath, he argued that the criminal justice system and society itself had helped nurture that evil. So, which is it?
Wow.
That's the problem with these guys. Their brain got no direction. They don't know what they want to fucking say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. So on one level, he appears to acknowledge the violence he's committing, but at the same time, he's trying to shift responsibility away from himself and onto this fucking system that he says shaped him.
Right.
Yeah. So, the implication is that society created the conditions that allowed the violence to happen.
And not that it was...
I don't think that's true. I think you're just, you're just wrong. Some people are just born that way. It's sad, but it's very true.
It's so true.
Some people are just born that way.
Yeah.
And there's no amount of external forces or influence that would have changed it.
No, none.
In any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that disconnect and that desire was already there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
People who can take another human life, the crime of passion, I get. Like, you're worked up, maybe you black out, you know, but I'm talking about, like, the serial killers. Yeah, the ones who are out there willfully doing it. Like,
yeah.
There is something wrong with them.
They're
broken inside.
Yeah. They are broken.
Yeah. So, of course, in July of 2004, they decide, yeah, you've been here enough. And they let him out of federal prison. Now, at this point, his life has already followed a clear pattern that has repeated for more than 20 years.
He's just going to, yeah.
Yeah. So, he, like, what was he, 19 when he went in?
Yeah, he was
20
19.
years later, he's 39. He's pushing 40.
Mm-hmm.
So he's wily still.
Yeah.
You know, he's no spring chicken, but 40 is not old.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So, you know, each time the system intervened, it interrupts the pattern temporarily, but once he gets back outside, the cycle resumes. And we have no reason to believe that it's not going to again.
No.
Because if it didn't, wouldn't have 3 more parts.
That's good point. Good point.
So he's being released again. But like many federal offenders leaving prison, Duncan is placed under supervision. And the United States Probation and Pretrial Services System, or the USPPSS, IPPI, was responsible for monitoring him once he returned to the community. Now, supervised release is meant to function as a bridge between prison and full freedom. Offenders must report to probation officers, maintain a verified residence, avoid prohibited behavior, and follow specific conditions designed to reduce the risk that they will commit new crimes.
Yeah.
Let's stay tuned and see how this works out for him. And Duncan's supervision was assigned to Minnesota. So again, on paper, safeguards are in place.
Right.
He's got an address, a supervising officer, and a list of conditions that he's legally required to follow.
Exactly. Exactly.
But those safeguards depend on cooperation from the person being supervised. Yeah, dude, it's so fucking frustrating.
It sounds like trying to get a toddler down for a nap.
I know, right? You think he cooperated?
No.
Well, he did at first, but by the spring of 2005, less than a year after his release, he began violating the terms of his supervision. He stopped reporting to his probation officer altogether, and the residence he had listed as his home was no longer where he could be found.
Oh.
So in practical terms, he
disappeared.
Up and disappeared. Right. So when someone under federal supervision disappears like that, the probation system begins documenting violations and preparing the paperwork necessary to request a warrant. But that process is administrative and legal, and it moves through formal channels and requires approval before a warrant becomes active.
So a lot of time.
Yeah. So even though they're like, we can't find this guy, we know what his past is, the court system still makes them jump through fucking hoops, prepare a list of reasons. They have to go get a warrant, make sure he's not actually inside the house and just not answering, and all this crap before they can do anything about it. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. It's a good thing you guys can't see my facial expressions, because
Yeah.
you'd wonder if I had eyes left.
So they're doing that.
Yeah.
They're preparing all that.
Crossing T's.
But it doesn't
dotting
matter
I's.
because he's already gone. He is already on the move. And they would later figure out and reconstruct his movements as he kind of traveled west across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point during that journey, he was stopped by police in Fargo, North Dakota.
Really?
The show has a weird connection to North Dakota.
Yeah.
This is like the fourth or fifth time we've said something about it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this stop is one of the most painful moments in the entire timeline of this case. Because it shows just how close they got to preventing the Groene family murders. And they got insanely close.
Yeah.
Now, he's pulled over for a normal, like, because idiots can't drive. I saw two different reports. One said that he was speeding. One said that he failed to use his turn signal at a stop sign. Either way.
It was a traffic violation.
Right. A legit traffic stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what would cause you to get pulled over.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, they run his identification. And when they do, they see his criminal history.
Mm.
He is not an unknown person. His record includes serious crimes involving children and multiple prison sentences. But at that exact moment that they're running this guy's thing,
mm-hmm.
one thing has not happened yet.
Oh, no.
There's no warrant.
Because
the slow-ass court system making the probation officer jump through all these fucking hoops. It wasn't done in time. So they know he's gone.
Yeah, they know
we can't find him. And the judge is like, well, too bad for you. Bring me the proof that he's absconded from probation and supervision, and then I'll issue a warrant, and then we can find him. But
he just got found. But he wasn't found. But he found.
Right. So, I mean, he gets extremely lucky in that there's no warrant for his arrest for skipping probation.
Mm-hmm.
So, without a warrant, the officers conducting the stop have very limited authority.
Oh, yeah, because it's even a different state.
Yeah, and running a driver's license and reviewing criminal history doesn't automatically give police the legal ability to hold anybody at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how many people know. Like, there's a time limit they have.
Yeah.
And I believe it's 10 to 14 minutes from the time they pull you over to the time they need to be back at your window issuing you a citation. Or they have to let you go.
Oh, wow.
But their entire traffic stop has to be completed.
Well, we had spoken about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, know your rights, people. Look them up in the state you live.
I will have to do that.
It's important information. Everybody should know. So, they're obviously fucking horrified at this guy's criminal history.
Yeah.
But besides like speeding or getting this like little thing, which they don't do anything, he doesn't even get a warning. They got no choice. They got nothing on him, so they let him go.
Yeah.
They have no legal grounds to do anything else. But like this is one of those things. Like in hindsight, it stands out as one of the most chilling near interventions in the entire case. Like he was right fucking there.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like with Koberger too. Like he got stopped twice on the way to Pennsylvania,
and there was nothing.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do a Koberger update.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have a lot to say about that case.
Yeah.
I'm not done talking about that shit.
No, there's still a lot.
Because it keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. And fucking weirder and weirder and weirder. And the more I dig into it and the more I look into these people, like, let me give you the air quotes, these fucking people involved in this case, and I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah.
Victim, perpetrator, courts, law enforcement. The more I look into it and the more I found out and the more I find out, the more I'm like, okay,
Let's
we're
revisit.
going to have to revisit this.
Yeah.
Because there is
so much that has surfaced
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
But anyways, back to this fucking idiot.
yeah.
Uh,
God, that's so infuriating.
it really is. It really, really is. So, they have to let him go.
Yeah.
And he keeps driving, and he goes through Montana.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have some parts about Montana,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's not technically part of the Pacific Northwest, but because it's in his travel route.
Right.
And we're going to talk about that during the investigation part of this
Oh, good. Good.
case.
It's important.
So bear with me. If it seems like I am really speeding through some of these details, they're coming. They really are.
The details will come later.
Yeah, because he does some shit in Montana before he gets to Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, he eventually crosses into northern Idaho in mid-May of 2005.
Yeah.
And he is in Coeur d'Alene.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what investigators believe happened next is both simple and terrifying. He just began driving through neighborhoods and rural communities watching children and looking for an opportunity. Now, this is idiot's from Tacoma.
Mm-hmm.
So he's from Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, like, you've been over there.
Mm-hmm.
They've been over here.
Mm-hmm.
People that are over there that come over here eventually go to Coeur d'Alene. And then people from that side of the state only want to go to Coeur d'Alene.
Right.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he has been there before.
Correct.
Has seen
the
and vetted the town already.
Right.
And that's why he ends up stopping in this area. Yeah. Or he does it just on his way back to Tacoma, which is another possibility.
Right.
But anyways, so this idiot's driving around, watching kids, looking for a target. And, of course, before long, he finds one.
Yeah.
And the family he would eventually focus on lives in rural Kootenai County.
Mm-hmm.
And their last name is Groene.
Yep.
And what happens next is going to become one of the most horrifying crimes the Pacific Northwest has seen in decades.
Yeah.
If not longer.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's going to be the end of this episode. We're really running long.
Thanks for hanging in with us.
So, just to recap what we know so far.
Mm-hmm.
No, we got time left. It's fine. By the time he's crossed into northern Idaho in the spring of 2005, there's clear fucking warning signs. He's been arrested. He's been convicted. He's spent years in prison. He's been released. He's reoffended. He's gone back to prison. He has been released again. He's reoffended and then gone back to federal prison this time because of escalation.
Yes.
And he is in Coeur d'Alene. Mm-hmm. So in the next episode, we're going to begin the story of the Groene family. Yeah. And we will be done talking about Duncan for a minute, Joseph Duncan III. And we're going to focus on the Groenes.
Good.
Because they're amazing fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about who they were, the lives they were living in northern Idaho, and the quiet rural community where they lived, which is just right across the way for us.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to walk through the night of May 15th. We're going to talk about the break-in. We're going to talk about the murders. And we're going to talk about, how investigators come to realize that there's 2 children missing.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about a search that would last 48 days.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to give me some credit.
I'm giving you a lot of
Several
credit.
times I have started and I've made that and caught myself. So just as often as I'm saying it, I am trying to make a conscious effort to reduce it.
I am so proud of you.
Yeah. How do you like that, listeners? I do it for you. So that's where our story is going to begin next time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's going to get much, much, much worse. Much worse.
Yeah.
Before it gets any. Oh. Knock that right down.
It's okay. Nobody was hurt in the process.
These are the noises of our simple show.
There is no editing for us.
Hey.
We just record.
We do all this in one fucking take.
Yep.
Now there's a little bit of editing on the back end.
Yeah, a wee bit.
Yeah. All good things happen on the back end. Now, I'm so excited for this. I'm just overjoyed with what's about to happen. Are you still laughing about back end? Or the noise? Or the combination of the two?
The combination.
Oh, man. So we have a little bit of a different outro.
Oh,
a little bit of a musical outro, if you will.
Yes.
That's a little bit different from our
norms.
We have our normal outro music signifying the true end of the show. You know, the creepy, haunting dollhouse forest tune.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call it. But
yes.
Before that, we have a fun way of encouraging people to join our Patreon.
Yes.
Shall we get to it?
Let's listen.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, we thought you might. If you're craving more, come join our Patreon inner circle. That's where we dive deeper.
It's tasty.
Longer cuts, side trails, all the juicy bits we can't fit here. Unlock exclusive content, deeper investigation, stories that go further than the main feed ever can. You'll get bonus episodes we never release out here.
Ooh.
Behind the scene moments and those wait. Will you really just say that? Conversations. So if you love this show and you want to help us keep making it better, weirder, darker, tap the link in the show notes. Join our Patreon inner circle today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of this. And remember, in the pines, the truth never stays buried.
Oh, yeah. Look, if you don't want to join our Patreon after hearing that shit, there might be something wrong with you.
We're grooving to it over here. It's awesome. Oh, my God.
I like that shit in the middle. It's like weirder, darker. I don't know if we can make it much weirder than it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we totally could.
Oh my God.
I mean, they don't know that we're in full costume while we're recording.
Don't give away my secrets. Oh my God.
So that is the end of our episode for tonight.
I like it.
And we will see. No, we won't see anybody.
No.
But we hope you join us next week for part 2 of the Shasta Groene story. And that's another night in the pines.
Remember, keep your eyes open.
And your footsteps light.
Because in the pines,
the truth never stays buried.
Thank you for listening to Shadows in the Pines. We know your time matters. Choosing to spend it with us is something we don't take lightly. Your support makes this work possible. If this episode stayed with you, share it with someone who values thoughtful storytelling. Independent podcasts grow because listeners choose to pass them on. Thank you for helping us grow.